What makes a great coach? Hi, I'm Ruth Coodsey and I'm passionate about helping people live the life that they want to live on their terms. I talk about coaching, positive psychology, neuroscience, and business growth because if you want to live a fulfilling life, then you want to be going from a 0 to a +5 in positive psychology rather than focusing on bringing you up to a 0. I'm a master certified coach, which means that I've done over 2,500 hours of coaching. I've actually done over 10,000 and lots of training. But actually, I don't believe that it's only coaching hours that make a great coach. And I think that there is probably a point where you get to having the expertise from practice. And I would say that really probably you're looking at between 500 and 1,000 hours to really have mastered your craft. But there's so much more there. Because actually, when we're looking at coaching hours, every coaching hour is not the same. So if somebody had only been coaching one type of person for all of their coaching hours, then do they really have a diversity of experience? I think and I believe that getting a diversity of different coaching experiences helps you to be a better coach because it helps you to really build your muscle in different circumstances. Very much like our muscles at anything, it's about that cross training. So when you're thinking about building your experience, are you coaching leaders and people who are new in the working environment? Are you coaching different areas? And I know this goes against niching, but the more diversity, the more that you can start to understand yourself and your coaching methodology and how you're supporting people. And this really leads into, so first of all, I do believe that hours are important, but I don't believe that they're the only thing. You know, somebody could be doing bad coaching for 20,000 hours. Does that make them a great coach? So hours are one part. The second part is being curious, really building that curiosity muscle. Curious to test out different things, curious to learn more, curious to develop, curious about your clients. Yes, of course, we work with our intuition a lot as coaches, but actually, sometimes we believe and perceive that we know better than our clients. And actually, that often limits the conversation. Being curious, being open, really exploring with people, helping them evoke awareness, but also being curious with ourselves and being committed to developing. I see people who say things, and I've seen this, but I've trained as a coach, so that's it. I saw somebody the other day say, I don't see any point for me continuing to develop. And I'm like, okay, well, I wouldn't want to work with you because actually there is this saying that I believe is true that as a coach, we can only go as far as we've gone ourselves. So if we're learning and applying, not just learning for learning's sake, but if we're learning and applying, if we are doing development work, if we're opening ourselves up to different ways of doing things, if we're challenging what we're doing, if we're looking at different viewpoints and paradigms and ways of doing things, then we're creating richer opportunities to have those coaching conversations. So let's actually make coaching a profession where we do believe in that continual professional development and where we do put a focus on that. For me, that is at the heart of coaching. And then there is about reflection. So great coaches reflect, and that reflection helps lead into your developmental stuff. But every session that you do won't be amazing. Every client that you have is not going to go, that is amazing, I've got so much awareness. But you can often think, okay, well, what could I have done differently there? And maybe I've come out of a coaching session and I've realized that I wasn't being completely non-judgmental because, again, I'm a human. Or maybe I've realized that I was getting too engaged in the client's narrative. And I always say to people, it's a popcorn moment. When you realize that you're more about sitting there eating the popcorn, looking at their story, than actually helping them to find a way forward, you've got a bit of a problem. So reflecting and thinking about a way that works for you. We've actually got Optimus reflective journals, but it might be that you're using a journal, or it might be that you're going for a walk afterwards, or it might be that you're just taking some time once a week to go, okay, what worked really well this week? And where do I need to focus my energy? And linking to reflection is coaching supervision. So actually having a space to talk about your coaching. I cannot believe that there are so many coaches out there who don't see this as a priority. They might invest in big mentor programs or spend thousands of pounds on a coach. They don't have supervision. Supervision enables you to have a space where you're working through your stuff, where you're going for a second opinion, where you're able to see your coaching through a different lens. And it's so valuable. It goes hand in hand with the reflective process. It goes hand in hand with curiosity as well. And I would say alongside that, be coached, but be coached by different people. Experience different things. Immerse yourself in different experiences that are only going to add to you as a person and mean that you can hold space more effectively. Coaching is not about having a master coach certification labeled onto you. It's about your ongoing development and discovery. It's about how you can maintain that curiosity. It's about how you are client focused. It's about how you want to develop. The best coaches are coaches that see this as a process. Coaches that don't go on about how amazing they are. They actually are committed to this lifelong journey. Now, I know that those are the types of coaches that I not only want to train and work with, but I also want to be. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd like you to like and subscribe. And remember to keep abreast of all of our new videos. Just ring that bell and you'll be notified when any new ones come out. And we'd love to hear feedback from you. So if you'd like to post beneath your biggest takeaway, and equally anything that you'd like to hear me talk about, we're always open to feedback.